Hello and a very warm welcome to World Series Boxing semi-final second leg action. Highlights of the second leg semi-final between the home team Cuba Domadores and the visiting Russian boxing team. Cuba left Moscow last week with a 3-2 advantage after that semi-final first leg, but this, the second leg, category C2, so bouts being contested at 52, 60, 69, 81 and 91 kilograms plus. And in the first contest, the Russian representative Ovik Oganessian took on Leodan Nunes in the flyweight bout. And straight away, this a contest between two highly skilled combatants, both of them rangy boxers as well. But Nunes sustained a cut over his left eye early on in the opening round, but that didn't deter the youngster, who boxed brilliantly, just having the edge in the exchanges over the reigning European Championship bronze medalist from Minsk, Belarus last year. And deep into the fifth round, the contest remained as competitive as it was throughout, but it was Nunes who extended his World Series boxing record to 2 bouts unbeaten, the number 13th ranked boxer getting Cuba off to a winning start, and they led 4-2 on aggregate as Nunes won a unanimous decision. In a lightweight contest, Konstantin Bogazamov faced the enviable task of taking on Lazaro Alvarez, the reigning AIBA World Championship gold medalist, who was boxing quite brilliantly to begin this bout and produced a corker of a right hand off the back foot to deposit Bogazamov on the canvas in the opening round. As well as being the reigning world champion at 60 kilograms, Alvarez took the AIBA World Championship gold medal at 56 kilograms in Baku, Azerbaijan. He's the reigning Olympic bronze medalist as well, the reigning Pan Am Games champion, and his class and quality were on display here throughout the 5 rounds tonight. Bogazamov, to his credit, continued to maraud his way forwards, ended up taking the 5th round for 2 of the 3 judges, but there was no doubt about the winner in this contest. Alvarez was absolutely superb, boxed his way to a unanimous points decision win, and Cuba led 2-0 on the night, 5-2 on aggregate, ahead of the welterweight bout between 2 2012 Olympic medalists. Roniel Iglesias, the home fighter representing Cuba, taking on the 2012 Olympic bronze medalist Andrei Zamkovoy. And this, a contest of high skill between 2 experienced southpaws, but Iglesias was just impossible to resist, forcing his man backwards, fighting on the front foot. Zamkovoy had moments of his own as well. His left hand was a particularly potent weapon, but as the contest progressed, Iglesias was getting through with spectacular, eye-catching shots, increasingly piercing the guard of Zamkovoy, and boxed his way to a dominant, unanimous points decision win to make it 3-0 on the night, 6-2 on aggregate, and putting the match beyond Russia's reach. So a sporting embrace between the 2 Olympic medalists as we moved up into the light heavyweight division. And there it was Alexander Kotyantsev, the Russian representative, number 12 in World Series boxing action this year, winning his 1 fight that he's had, a victory in week 6 of his Polish opponent. But look at who was coming out of the other corner, the reigning 2-time AIBA World Championship gold medalist Julio Cesar de la Cruz. And he used his hallmark tactics of hitting without being hit to terrific effect. Kotyantsev did stand and try to force engages and had fleeting moments of success, but eye-catching shots and brilliant footwork were the order of the day from Julio Cesar de la Cruz. And more often than not, he left Kotyantsev chasing shadows, punching nothing but the stadium night air, whereas he produced a grandstand finish for the fans in attendance and boxed his way to a unanimous points decision. All 5 rounds for all 3 of the judges, 50-45, 3 times was the final scoreline for De La Cruz, and that gave Cuba a 4-0 lead on the night. So Russia, if they had any prospect of leaving Havana with a win, it relied on Magomed Amarov, the 2011 European Championship gold medalist, effectively making his World Series boxing debut tonight, having had a walkover in week 10. And his opponent was Jose Larde, the 2012 Olympian, who got through with a thunderous right hand at the conclusion of the first round. The referee said it wasn't a knockdown. And when the scorecards were analysed, that opening round was given to Amarov. But Larde came blazing back in round 2 and continued to plant his feet into the canvas and let go with heavy, hurtful blows. Amarov, though, stood his ground and had success of his own out of that southpaw stance. Both boxers really testing the punch resistance of one another in what was an increasingly attritional super heavyweight bout. And Larde had done enough to secure a Cuban whitewash, a split decision win for the Cuban super heavyweight. 5-0 in the final analysis for the Cuba Domadores, who have booked their place in the World Series Boxing Season 4 final. In their first season in World Series Boxing, Russia fought keenly, but Cuba are in the final.